Hello, everybody. I'm going to be out today, same as yesterday. Please make sure that you fill out the Google form on the agenda here. That's going to be how I take attendance for today. So put your first and last name and the period you are in, please. After that, I want you to make sure that you do our lesson here today. So I'm going to walk through what exactly it is that we are doing. So the link right below this video takes you to this Human Impact Lesson 3 page. Some information about our root systems of prairie plants. So what we're talking about today is how we can use plants to mitigate the effects of a changing climate. Specifically, looking at what we were looking at earlier this week, which is storm water runoff. So we're going to need to open up these two documents. The race pear deck right here, and the race assignment ways to mitigate the effects of climate change. Let me go back to the first slide here. So this pear deck, some of you will find it very useful to use this. Some of you might not need to use it as much. Is going to walk us through how to write a race, specifically answering 3 different ways to help mitigate the effects of a changing climate. So this is the picture we saw in the beginning. We have complex root systems in a lot of our native plants. So there is a video in here you're going to want to open up and watch. That will help us understand our concept here. Then you're going to go back. Based on the picture, what's one reason we should plant native plants? Write your response in here. Then we're going to go in, and this is actually going to be where you're going to start your race. How can we mitigate the effects of climate change here in Goshen? So we're going to restate the prompt. How can you restate the prompt? Again, that prompt is, how can we mitigate the effects of climate change here in Goshen? So let's restate the question, right? So this pear deck is going to take you through step by step how we're doing our race. You can listen to the audio here Mr. Vance has, or you can come here. Again, this is where you got the pear deck. This is where you get this link for the assignment. Here are your 3 resources. You need to pick 2 of these 3 resources. At least you could pick all 3, and you need to find 3 different pieces of evidence. After reading the text, after reading a couple of those, you're going to answer the question. That question is, how can we use plants to mitigate the effects of a changing climate in Goshen, right? Or right here. How can we mitigate the effects of a climate change here in Goshen? You'll type that in here. You're going to pick evidence. That's what we're citing. You're going to type your first piece of evidence, your second piece. There's a second box. Both these say second, but you'll put your second and third here. Then you're going to connect your evidence to the answer. If you need help doing this, feel free to listen to the audio here. Then you're going to just go back to each slide, right? To these slides. You're going to copy your restating of the prompt. You're going to put that in the submit box. You're going to copy your answer, put it in the submit box, copy your evidence 1, evidence 2, evidence 3. Then you're going to copy your explanation, put it in the submit box, and we have a race that's done, right? So this is kind of a broken down, scaffolded way to do race. Hopefully you guys will find this useful. Make sure you turn your race response in of how we can mitigate the effects of climate change here specifically in Goshen. Thank you all very much. And I hope you have a great day. Please reach out if you do have any questions.